What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Wandavision deleted scenes video. Yes, the pandemic changed the show majorly, and sadly scenes were cut just before filming and in some cases were cut despite being filmed. The people behind the show have revealed some very odd omissions with Kevin Smith, and if you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on to never miss a video. So the first one was actually leaked on Reddit a way back when, and of course there are notorious 4chan and Reddit quote leaks, but this one involves Catherine Hahn's Agatha Harkness and the rabbit Signor Scratchy, who is a little Easter egg hinting at her son in the comics, Nicholas Scratch. Now the kids, along with Monica and Darcy, try to steal the Darkhold. This was a big part and involved some huge scenes and VFX things which sadly are not finished, but parts of it were filmed. This actually was from the finale, as Matt Shakman had this to say. The kids had seen it down there when they were being held hostage by Agatha, and they go down to get the book, and they're reaching for the book, and the rabbit hops up in front of the book, he said. And they're like, oh, it's Signor Scratchy, he's the best. And they reach over to pet him, and he misses, and this whole big American werewolf in London transformation happens, where the rabbit turns into this huge demon, into her familiar, and then a Goonies set piece ensues with all sorts of fun where they try to escape from the rabbit. We shot it but didn't finish it. All of the VFX and stuff were not finished. It was a great sequence, it was super fun, everyone was great in it, but we ended up moving it aside because it was a huge detour in the middle of everything else we had going on. Now, yes, that does make sense, and I believe this scene, while amazing and sounds stunning, it wouldn't really have fit with the theme of the show, of really Wanda coming to terms with her grief and the idea of Vision wondering just what he is and what is his place in society, and is he a real boy? Yes, I would have liked to see it, and that is interesting that they did film it, and the fact that a demon was there. Of course, Mephisto is something, and I'll get into that in a bit, but just seeing a demon would have been really nice. Now, it's reported that the pandemic did impact the show heavily, as we lost an entire episode because the season was going to be 10 episodes, which is a real shame, and major moments are cut and merged into the episodes they did actually have. Now, regarding one of the fan theories, some were actually correct right up until the pandemic caused changes, according to Mr. Shakman. However, the head writer Jack Schaefer said this when asked about Doctor Strange making a cameo. Schaefer said, "I heart Doctor Strange just like anybody. Yeah, it's one of those things. That's how the chips fell. That's how the cookie crumbled, what I will say, but I look forward to seeing him on screen with Wanda in Doctor Strange 2. Now, to me, that sounds like they did actually want to have Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, in the show. However, the idea of the pandemic is the problem, as I'd imagine getting Benedict from the UK, I imagine where he resides, over to America when they started filming, again, is a problem because they did actually restart filming a bit in the pandemic just to finish off the last bits. And the reason why this show was the one that started the Disney Plus TV shows is because it had the most work done and it could be completed in the shorter amount of time. Falcon and the Winter Soldier needed a lot more filming. Now, also revealed was how Mephisto was never a part of the plans, and they felt the series did not need a big bad, with them saying, "We didn't think the series needed a big bad. I mean, the big bad is grief, you know, and that's the story that we were telling." And then we got a bonus baddie in the form of Agatha Harkness, who ended up facilitating Wanda's therapy. So yeah, I think we feel pretty good about that. That does make sense, as the kind of whole abstract ideas of grief being a big bad is a really big one. And this was largely a huge departure from Marvel Studios' other productions, where you have a little person and then you have a big person behind it. And Agatha wasn't actually causing this. Yes, she was manipulating Wanda, but Agatha and Wanda were not one and the same, as Wanda did create everything. It's just it was being focused in a different way. So let me know what you think. Are you upset about Doctor Strange being cut from the show? As to me, it sounds like he was going to be in it. And are you upset about that really, really cool scene being cut as well? Now, the question as well that still has not been answered is who the frick is the person who is in witness protection? Well, yes, it could actually be our guy, Ralph Boner. That's someone who had a different identity, and if you are going to have him be a version of Quicksilver in this world, if you're going to retcon it just like you did with the Hail to the King short that had our boy from Iron Man 3 turn up and reveal he wasn't actually the Mandarin, then his identity here in Westview could be that he is an actor, and he chose his name as Ralph Boner. That means that it is all a different thing that we could get in the future, leading to this easily being retconned, and maybe introducing Quicksilver fully would have been a bit too much for this. But let me know what you think down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on. Please do drop a like, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.